If VOR was smart, they would have made it so that like you couldn't do the ranked stuff until you were like level 30 or something. So there was some kind of incentive for players to try and wanting to like level up. Because I felt like in the beginning of the game it was dumb how it was just like, oh, here's the ranked beta, you can just play it right off the bat. Have fun, you're gonna be terrible at it, have fun. And like, everyone's just like, I remember that was the one thing that annoyed me the most was when the game first launched, queuing up for fucking Annihilation and just getting nothing but brand new fucking players, and Annihilation is just like, oh my god, like, what are they doing? Like, this is not right. I remember, and I have a clip, I have a highlight, me sitting in GST, and I don't know who the fourth guy was with us, but me sitting in GST, we were all fucking, we waited in the drop ship until they had 10,000 points and our shields were down, and then we went out and started playing, and they still fucking rage quit, like, as soon as we started fighting them. Like, it was so bad. Ugh. Yeah, the rockets are good when you're really close to them. Like, I like the lobbed rockets as like a close range combat, but it's like you're not always at that range, and running up to somebody and doing it is kind of difficult. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's because they didn't have a real fucking rank system. It should have been like, it should have made it like World of Warcraft Arena, where your team gets a rating and you have to play people at your rating. And if there's no one to play at your rating, then you fucking don't get any games. Not this whole like, well, if you wait in the queue long enough, you'll eventually just get whoever the fuck else is queuing, and it has nothing to do with what their rank is. So I mean, like, poor like Vivalo, that poor fucker, he was just like, I'm gonna grind and get the fucking max rank, and he just grinded scrubs for fucking weeks, and he got the max rank, and he's just like, wow, that was fucking pointless. Like, it wasn't even a challenge. Like, the whole ranking system in Annihilation is just completely wrong. It's just all wrong. Like, the ranking has nothing to do with your skill level, it just has to do with how much you grinded fucking scrubby players. It's like, they should have made a more skill-based like ELO system or something, where there's actual like rating, and it tries to like match you against people against your own rating, and if there's no one at your rating, then you shouldn't have any, then there shouldn't be anyone to fight. And I mean, they just like, oh god, man, like, they're just fucking, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they launched the game. Like, I don't even fucking know. Yeah, exactly. It's like, getting to the max rank, you don't even, like, your last match to get to the last rank, you could have just been playing completely crappy players, and it's just like you're grinding an EXP bar. It has nothing to do with like how well the players you fight against increase your skill. Like, the way it works in an ELO system is if you play a team that's way under your rating, you barely get any benefit from it. You like only go up like 1 point in rating or something like that, and they didn't implement something like that. It was just like purely just winning matches over and over again gets you the fucking wins. Oh god, people ask me this all the fucking time. I actually have another channel that I'm gonna probably go back to streaming on. It's I'm gonna post it in here. It's twitch.tv/. That's my other Twitch channel, and I was actually streaming on it for about 4 months, and I was getting a lot of views and shit. I was just streaming modded Skyrim, but I kind of got burnt out on it because I started a new job and I was working a lot, and it was just too much work to like mod, and fucking, I just couldn't handle like the modding a game after working all day. It's just fucking too much strain. Like, I just wanted to come back to playing Loadout because it's kind of a brain dead sort of game. You just jump in and just start fucking shooting at shit. But also the one thing that really brought me back into playing Loadout was this fucking competitive tournament thing, and already seeing everyone who's gonna like participate in it, I pretty much already have in my mind who first, second, third place is gonna be, but you know, you gotta go through the motions anyway and play just for fun. But I feel like that's gonna be like the last kind of hurrah for the competitive Loadout community. I mean, I don't know, Clitzy could try and organize another tournament later on, but I don't feel like it's gonna I don't feel like it's gonna matter, at least after 5.0, because I don't really trust what they're doing to the game is gonna do much for it. Especially if the Annihilation, if they don't try and change fucking Annihilation, and they're not going to in 5.0, they're gonna do that later, which is just like, people are gonna burn through the PvE content so quickly and just be so unsatisfied when they're done with all of it. Like, there's gonna be people who are gonna mash on it, they're gonna beat all the PvE in like 2 or 3 weeks, and then they're gonna be like, oh, now what do I do in this game? Oh, there's PvP? Oh, I'll try that out. Oh my god, I'm getting killed. Oh, this shit is so OP. And they're just gonna leave. Like, they're not gonna want to hang around after that, especially after doing a bunch of fucking PvE missions. I really gotta take this fucking song out of the playlist. This is like an hour of the same fucking loop. What the fuck? Terrible. But yeah. But honestly, the next actual PvP game I'm looking forward to is called it's called Global Assault. It's being created by Hi-Rez, and it's a sequel to another game that I used to play called Global Agenda, which in my mind, after playing Global Agenda, it set like a bar for like third-person shooter games. It was pretty much the best third-person shooter I think that's ever existed. Is called Global Agenda. It was a fucking amazing game. There was literally nothing wrong with the class balance, anything. It was just a purely just awesome like skill-based shooter, and they ruined it. They ruined Global Agenda by adding PvE, and this is what I feel like is going to happen to this game. They tried too hard to like make it more like an MMO kind of experience, like Global Agenda, when really it should have just been an instance like PvP game, and that's what they're going to do with this new one, Global Assault. They're going to make it so that yeah, but it's funny because Global Agenda basically got killed because they added PvE to the game, which is like a nightmare for me, them adding PvE to this game, because that is what killed Global Agenda when they fucking added. I have heard of Toxic. That does look like a cool game, but it's like nowhere near to being out yet. There's another game too called like, is it called Evolution? I think it's called Evolve or Evolution, where it's like one side are humans and the other side is like a PvE monster you play as, and like there's phases and you try and like kill the monsters and shit. It's like a 1v4 game. It's not like a team. It's a team game, but like one guy plays as like the Juggernaut. Evolve, yeah. That game looks cool. I want to play that game. Reflex gets funded? I've never even heard of it. But yeah, Global Assault should hopefully be cool if it's anything like Global Agenda. Like, the movement was so amazing. Like, imagine Firefall, but not like shit. That's like what Global Agenda was. You guys ever heard of Titanfall? Oh, you mean Call of Duty with fucking mechs? Nah, brah. Gigantic? There's a game called Gigantic? No, I've never heard of it. I kind of want to look up some of these games. What are you talking about? Reflex? What's Reflex? Reflex game. FPX Arena FPS done right. Sounds cool. Show me some gameplay. Oh, here we go. Oh boy, it's like fucking. Oh, it's like Quake. Or it's like Unreal Tournament. Quick Live. Yeah, it looks like fun. Yeah, Reflex looks cool. What is this other one? Gigantic? I'm looking at it. PAX Prime 2014 Gigantic.
Hey, what's going on, guy?
Hey, I'm a fucking industry standard host talking about industry standard game. Oh, yeah, let's check this out. Gigantic. Oh, wait, what? This is like a action combat PvE PvP arena thing. It's like it looks cool. It looks like a better version of fuck. What was that game that came out? It's not like Smite. It's like fuck, Bane just tried to get me to play it once. I have it on my Steam. Where the fuck? What is it called? What is it fucking called? No. Dungeon? No. It was, Crap, what was that game called? No, not like Super Monday Night Combat. There's another game, it's similar to this. You like play as a character and you have like 1 through 4 abilities and you like... It's third person, like action combat kind of game, but... Oh, fuck man, I can't remember. It's free on Steam. I'm trying to fucking remember what it's called. It's dead though already. I'm trying to fucking remember. It just came out like a little while ago. I'm trying to fucking remember. Banus got me to fucking play it. They're gonna try to get me to play it. This one looks, this gigantic game looks way better though. This looks way better than what that other game was.
It's much more of like a sprawling map with these controls.
Sprawling map, eh. No, not minimum. Fuck, man. Hold on. Banus has a video of it on his YouTube. Hang on. I'm gonna fucking find it. Archblade. Archblade is what it's called. Banus, what was the last video this guy made? Lethal League? What the fuck? What is this game? Lethal League? What? It's like a 2D, you have a ball? What is this shit? Oh, you have to hit him with the ball? The fuck? Kinda looks cool. It's like dive kick, but you're trying to hit each other with a ball. Huh. Seems kinda interesting, but... I played already on one of the top 2 teams. Yeah, Nosgoth looks okay, honestly. Like... It's strictly for Asian tryhards. I actually haven't played Nosgoth yet, but it looks cool. It kind of reminded me a lot of like arena-based like Left 4 Dead kind of. At least the vampire creatures kind of reminded me of Left 4 Dead creatures. Like they have like a tanker berserker guy and a guy that like can like grab you from like really far away. Yeah, Gigantic looks cool. Gigantic does look cool. Well, let me look at this again though, because I think the one thing I didn't like about, the thing I hate about mobile games is like farming creeps and pushing lanes and towers and shit. At least this game, Gigantic looked kind of like it fucking. It has like more interesting maps, and it's more actual like arena combat, not so much about fucking farming creeps. Yeah, this looks a lot like Archblade. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Archblade. This is like Archblade but better, is what this looks like to me. Yeah, I think this game looks cool. So I guess in that respect it's kind of like minimum, how there's like a PvE boss you have to kind of fight. But at least there's not creeps. I hate fucking creeps and towers and shit. This looks like more objective based. Make your Gigantic Charm, release him and whatnot, not sure. Huh, so it's kind of like minimum then, how you have to escort some kind of... It's weird how these games are like coming up with the same fucking things. Like, it's so weird to me. Because that sounds like something like the thing from Minimum. The Titan from Minimum is what it sounds like, but this is obviously nothing like Minimum. It's like they took the Titan from Minimum and then the like third person like RPG action combat style from like Archblade is what it says. What is what this game sounds like to me. Looks cool though. It's like a third person shooter action combat PvP game with like champions. I play the team deathmatch. I actually have minimum. That I like played minimum for like 45 minutes. And I was just like, this is so blah. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. It's like I really still like the mechanics of loadout. I do. I like the movement. I like the shooting and the whole healing aspect of it. But it's just like the meta game is so stale. It's like, and the game type. Just like the connection and stuff, and the fact that there's no like competitive, it's just like I've been part of the loadout community for just like so long, and it's just like I just hate having to just sit here and just wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait for the game to like have a decent player base and all these features that it should have had like a year ago that we all asked for, and it's just their priorities are so ass backwards. And I understand that they're just like a small fucking podunk development team that has like no resources or pretty much anybody actually making the game but fucking Walter, but it's just like, oh man, loadout. All I wanted from loadout. I don't even care about it being esports. I don't care about any of that crap. I mean, I do. It would have been cool if it had done that stuff, but all I wanted was a decent 4v4 ranked like community. Like so that's like all I wanted from it. Was just to be able to like have a team of players, queue up for a ranked, fight other teams of players, fucking, you know, develop new strategies, battle, rank up, whatever, and just climb a leaderboard like in fucking WoW Arena. That's all I ever wanted from loadout, was just to have like 4v4 arena. I mean, and now it's like so hard. We have to like come up with scrims. There's like only like fucking like 20 people that are even want to fucking like participate in these little like gatherings that we have, the organized scrims that we've been having. Like, and those have been all really fun, but it's just like so much work and effort to fucking create these matches, as opposed to where it should have just been like you message your buddies on Steam, you log in, you get in a party, you queue up, you battle other parties of people. That's all it should have been. But they're just fucking like adding PvE. They're not focusing on any of that stuff. They're like pushing that further and further back into the like. They're pushing that type of gameplay like further back, and they're just blurring the line of like what was loadout supposed to be. Like, it's a 4v. Like, the early access for loadout was a 4v4 PvE, fucking a 4v4 arena game, and the whole thing about it is like the 4v4 game type is so competitive. Like in World of Warcraft, like the regular PvP mode is like a 10v10 or like a 12v12 matches and shit. 4v4 is like the super fucking competitive, like, because one guy on your team carries a lot of weight, and if you have like one guy on your team slacking, it just pulls your whole team down. It's just 4v4 is like a very competitive format, and the maps aren't big. It's like what they were creating was a competitive like 4v4 arena game, which was going to be cool, but now they're just like, oh well, nobody's playing it, nobody likes it, oh, so we're gonna backpedal and fucking make all this other shit, and just like they've just completely gone off track of like what loadout was supposed to be, and they're just hoping that like knee-jerk, like, oh, we're gonna add this like PvE feature to the game, and hopefully that'll fucking boost the numbers for a little while until we fucking can come up with some other shit. It's just like, you guys are fucking morons. They should have just fucking got the fucking ranked competitive mode. Yeah, I know, they're bots. It's fucking, yeah, I know. The PvE looks terrible. It looks absolutely terrible. It looks super tacked on. It's like, yeah, it's just so bad. It just looks so bad. Like, the only thing that makes it more difficult, and the whole like leveling up thing just feels like stupid. It's just like, what's the point of leveling all the way up to 20 if in PvP everybody just becomes level 20? It's just like, I don't fucking get it, man. It's just like, it's so bad, man. The devs for Loadout, like, I hope they know that their game is terrible. I just fucking... Man. It just sucks because I've just been part of the game for so long, and it's just like... They just, honestly, the message I'm getting from them is just they want us to just go away. They basically just want to kill off all the people who are playing since early access. They don't give a fuck about them. They're just like, please stop playing the game. We don't fucking care. Like, we're just gonna do whatever we feel like we're gonna do so we can make the game start making money. Like, it's just, they're just dickweeds, man. The devs for Loadout, it's like, I know they're trying, hard, but they're just, whoever's directing them is just got everything wrong. They're just fucking, they've just completely lost sight. I know, it's not that they don't listen. It's not that they don't listen, it's just like, they have like a schedule of shit they need to do for the game, and like, I don't know what they did after launch. It was like, they were like building up everything to like the ranked PvP mode, and then launch, and then it was just like cosmetics, and like they tried to balance some stuff, and then it was just like, now there's fucking nobody playing. We don't feel like fucking trying to do any of this shit anymore. We're totally changing gears. PvE, tunnel vision, PvE, and they're just like, which is dumb because the game is not a PvE game. It's not a PvE game. Like, I understand they want to like make some kind of system so that like casual people can just jump in and have fun or whatever, but it's like, that's not what Loadout is at its core. At its core, Loadout is supposed to be a competitive PvP arena shooter, like, and that's what they should have been gearing the game for and towards. It's like they gave nobody incentives to like getting to the max level. It should have been like, there should have been like a month after launch, they should have announced, alright, season 1 of Loadout Ranked Ladder PvP for Annihilation, season 1 of the ranked mode, and here are the rewards for winning the season. And then a bunch of people would have like been like, oh shit, I want to be the fucking champion of Loadout, and fucking they would have leveled up, grinded, you know, verse players until they were level 30. So then they can start queuing for like the end game ranked mode. I mean, that's what they do in League of Legends and Smite and all these other fucking MOBA games. They don't let you join the ranked ladder mode until you are a certain level. And they just like, Loadout was just like, fuck it, we don't care. Like, and the quality of the mode just completely fucking, it's just like, they're like numbskulls. They like almost had it and they just blew it. They just totally blew it. There's no hype. There's no hype for this game anymore. Like, even if they come out with all the features that we want the game to have, nobody's gonna want to play it because there's too few people playing it now. There's no way they're gonna get the ball rolling again to get more people playing the game. And it's funny because I get all these people coming to my fucking stream being like, oh, this is weird. Why do you have all this cosmetics and shit? They're like, this is weird. Like, you're fighting other people? That's weird. Isn't this a PvE game? And I'm like, oh my god. Like, these people that are gonna, like, blow through the PvE content and realize that there's nothing to do after you beat all the missions are just gonna be like, they're just gonna jump ship. Why I think in 5.0, you know, you guys can have random stats from fusion mode. If you get every part's a health percentage bonus. This gives you, for example, 50% health, like plus 1500 health, shield plus overheal. What the fuck? Yeah, I know what you're saying, DVE. Like, stacking a certain stat. That's what people are gonna do. They're gonna all stack one particular stat, and they're just gonna keep like grinding RNG until they get that health stat for their thing, and then they're gonna just level up the health stat. But yeah, you're right. Like, they have no idea what they're doing with the balance in 5.0. Because to be honest, I feel like they're like giving up on trying to make the game like a PvP viable game. They really are just not giving a fuck about it. And they just like, they have so much stuff on their plate to do. I just feel like once they get the game out on PS4, they're just gonna be like, they're dumb. They're gonna be just like dumb with it. They're just trying to get the PvE like halfway working. Sorry, whatever, PvP is gonna be whatever balance. This is as good as we're gonna get it. here it is on PS4. This is loadout. See ya. Like, once the game comes out on PS4, that's gonna be like the end of it. End of the loadout development. Like, they're not gonna do anything new to the game after it comes out on PS4, I guarantee you. Like, and the game is just gonna be half-baked and not what it should have been. It's just... And they're like talking about trying to get like leaderboards and shit for like outside of the game. It's like, if that stuff isn't built into the game, it's not gonna work. Like, you're just fucking... God. That sucks. It really sucks. I wish this game could have been more than what it could have been. Or, they just... I don't know. They just totally fucked it up. And when this game completely bottoms out in the player base, I just hope they understand why they fucked up. I mean, I get the idea that they're just like... They put on sort of like a face that they're like, oh, we're doing all this shit and da-da-da-da-da, and it's just like, you guys are fucking just... They don't care. Like, they don't really fucking care. It's just a job to them, you know? They're just trying to make loadout to, like, make money, and it's not going to make money, and it's gonna... It's like a year from now, this game is just gonna be completely gone. Like, there's not gonna be any hype. There's no hype for this game. There's no fucking... There's nothing to it, man. It's like what it should have been. It's not gonna ever become what it should have been. And already it's just like, what's gonna be the next game? It's like once you start playing a game and everyone's just like, what's the next game to play? That's when you know it's just like, yeah, fucking poor loadout, man. I wish it could have become what we had all kind of hoped it would have become, like a competitive 4v4 arena game, but it's never gonna be that ever. Yeah. But yeah, my other stream, that's my other stream. There's going to be a tournament this weekend, and after the tournament's over, I think I'm going to play a little bit of 5.0 just to see what it's like, and then I'm going to stop playing and streaming on this channel for at least until there's another tournament event. I mean, and even then, I don't know if I want to do another one. It's just kind of like... It's been such a pain in the ass to try and like organize practice and like try and like even organize a group of 4 people. I can't even get 4 people for my team consistently. I got GST and Sinan, but that's it. Like, we've been struggling to get a 4th guy, and it's just such a pain in the butt. Like, after this event, I'm gonna kind of be like, I'm gonna be done with loadout. I'm gonna stop streaming on this channel until like maybe Global Agenda 2 comes out or something, and I might come back to it, but otherwise, I'm going to go back to streaming. I'm going to go back to modding Skyrim. And I'm going to probably get a sub button on that channel, because I used to have a lot of people watching me on there, honestly, and I could get a sub button probably pretty easy and start making a little bit of money, but I don't know. I don't know if that's what I want to do, and just kind of scumbag it up and just fucking go with something that I know I'm going to get viewers and have a community or whatever. I mean, modding Skyrim is really fun, believe me, I love doing it. But it's a lot of work, and it is fun though. Like, I do really like modding Skyrim, but it's not a PvP game, and I'm really into like PvP games, to be perfectly honest, but I've been kind of like I kind of hate all the PvP games that have been coming out recently, and I kind of hope Global Assault will be good, and I'll start playing that. Or even some of these other games like Toxic and Evolve. I mean, those all look like great games. Or I guess they're coming out with a new version of fucking Natural Selection. That's gonna be fucking weird. I mean, that could be fun. I don't know. Fucking video games, man. I wish they just weren't fucking geared towards fucking 15-year-olds and fucking click-to-move, top-down MOBAs. Like, all these fucking games that are coming out. It's fucking crap. I honestly wish Global Agenda didn't die. Like, I love Global Agenda. I played that game for like 2 years. That game was fucking amazing. Anyway, I guess that's all there is to say for now. I don't really feel like playing anymore. I'm gonna probably get out of here, guys. Fistful of frags. What is this fucking game? Fistful. Frags. What is this shit? There's a frag in my boot. What the fuck is Fistful of Frags?
Yeah,
It's a Western shooter. It's a Western Call of Duty shooter.
Yeah, I mean, dual wielding is difficult. Overall game, too shabby. Generally sick. Close range. Change my. No silly progression system. It's just about gunplay and skill and Wild West antics.
Wild
Mixing
West
whiskey.
antics.
That's
Skill
what it's
and
about.
Wild West
Yeah.
antics. Fistful of
Sheriff
Frags.
in this town, that I can tell you for a fact. And I'm really good at it, so that helps. Oh, Fistful of Frags, ladies and gentlemen. It is free, so you have no excuse not to play it. I'm looking forward to seeing it develop over the next few months as they port over the additional features. Because, you know, if I do have a complaint about it,
Yeah, it looks like
outside
it could
of
be
some
fun.
maybe-
Worst game ever. The menu is more fun than the game. Man. Well, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'll be back streaming more practice for tournament on Saturday, and I'll probably stream a little bit of 5.0, maybe for a week, and then I'm gonna stop streaming on this channel and go back to playing Skyrim for a while. So see you later, guys.
With the salt, with the salt, with the salt, with the salt, with the salt. With the salt.
You lose! Good day, sir!